Hey y'all, hey, and welcome back to my channel. So today we have a whole new video. It's been so long, besties, and today I'm coming at you from a new view because I'm not using this to take the video and I'm not using this to take the video. I went and bought myself a whole new camera. I cannot justify the purchase. However, I'm gonna try. I went out and I made an impulsive buy and got the DJI. My friend has been telling me about this camera since last year, and lucky me, I only decided to make the purchase after the prices went up. I saw this at Costco and I just bought it because it has been sold out in most places and I just didn't want to wait to see if the price was gonna go down and it goes up instead. So yeah, we're on a whole new camera. I did not like the quality of this camera. Not to say it has a bad quality, it's just too many complicated settings that I did not really want to try and understand. I've tried to do different settings with it and it just wasn't giving me what I wanted it to. So I decided to get a new camera with easier settings, and so far I love it. So I'm gonna give you the full rundown, the full life update, and it's gonna be raw and unfiltered. And to my friend who always says I'm filtered, you're right, but I'm gonna try today. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so I've been MIA. Why? No reason at all. I've just been coming home, sitting on my couch, watching YouTube, doom scrolling, and just doing nothing. I haven't had the motivation to do anything at all but just doom scroll, which is really bad, especially for accomplishing your goals. And I watched a video on Sunday that really inspired me. Is actually my friend. I'm gonna put her video right here. She was talking about no one is coming to save you, so you have to just take action yourself. And it was so right. I know it. I know it. Like they always tell you, it's always the first step. Like the first step is the hardest, and then you have to just do it after. But for me, I've made that first step like 10 million times and then I get back to square one and then I'm unmotivated again. However, I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get to step two. Maybe that's the hardest part. Not step one, but step two. For me, it is because I usually get high motivation and then it just goes down. So yeah, let's try to make it to step two for 2025. And everything she spoke about in that video, I felt on a personal level. And I was like, yes, you're so right. I need to do better. Just do it. So let's see. No promises. Yeah, that's one thing that has happened recently. But to get into the nitty gritty of everything, I tried therapy for the first time and I'm ripping that band-aid off, and I'm gonna tell you how it was because I'm the type of person I was like, I do not need therapy. I have my best friends, my friends, and they got me. Like they always give great advice, and I never felt strongly enough about something to say, let me try therapy. But after living abroad, so many people that I met were in therapy and they were just like, yeah, it's normal. I'm in therapy, been in therapy for so long. And I'm like, that's interesting. Or like, what is that like? And I think in my brain, it became normalized. So I started to get interested in it. Another thing too, I was talking to two separate situations, but I was talking to two guys, and both of them were in therapy and they were encouraging me to be in therapy. And I'm like, I'm good, sir. You enjoy your therapy, but look at me now. Like, I tried it. And so let's rate it 1 to 10. So, my first session took me by surprise because I really thought it was going to be a type-in situation. So, I signed up for it on a whim and I thought that I just had to text what the issue was, and then it ended up being a face-to-face conversation. I was like, whoa, 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 I'm not ready for this, right? But I think the other part of me is like, all right, I'm gonna name all my problems and give me a solution. What's the remedy? What's the fix? Give me what needs to be done right now. Like that's my mentality. So I would just word vomit out everything and expect a solution. I think that's my perspective. So I was just saying a bunch of stuff. And that same week, I was upset about something because someone called me up. Oh, you see, I can't even say it now. I got in. I wouldn't say it was an argument. Like, we're cool, we're good, but we had a discussion, an honest discussion, let's just say that. And the person was just like, "You're a people pleaser." And I was like, "Wait, hold up, what? A people pleaser?" And then like a few other things, and I really took that on. I was like, why would she call me that? Why would she think I'm a people pleaser?
Is the nastiest. Do not trust her.
Plot twist is she wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong, but we're not gonna get into that today. So luckily that happened. And so I got to bring that to the therapy session and we discussed that almost thoroughly. I was in the parking lot of my job because of the scheduling, but I was in the parking lot and I was like, she called me a people pleaser. And we went into it. I know the concept of therapy. It's just that you have to make people work through their problems. And I know that. I know you have to ask questions, have people find their own solutions. And I was so angry. Well, I wasn't angry, but I was upset that it was working on me. Can you imagine that she was asking me questions to get to the root of my problem and it actually worked? Like, I was so upset that those tricks worked on me. How dare therapy work on me? That was my honest feeling. So I felt kind of embarrassed that we were getting somewhere, if that makes sense. And I know that is a big contradiction because you want therapy to work, but you also think like, am I weak? You know, I think that's the biggest thing. I don't want to get into that, but I think the mentality around getting therapy is that you're not it could be sometimes you might feel you're not strong enough or something, but it's not that, you know. Try it. So yes, we did our session and I was in the parking lot and I couldn't really be as open as I could have because yeah, I'm in the parking lot. So I kind of did like the surface of everything, and surprisingly, I felt so empowered after. Can you believe it? I was like, dang, I didn't realize this is how I felt. And something about saying your inside thoughts out loud actually worked. You know how people encourage you to do journaling because it helps? It hits a bit different than journaling, like actually saying it out loud, and it just feels like it goes into a black hole, which it doesn't. Those therapists probably need a therapist too. But I learned a lot about how I was thinking and the thought process that I was having when it comes to certain situations. She explained a term to me that I can't really remember now because that was so long ago. Okay, and that brings me to the other point. I've only had one therapy session because just scheduling conflict after that one session, and I've never had another one since. However, I really appreciate that one session. It gave me like a little sample of what therapy would be like, and it's not bad at all. If you've been on the fence about it, why not, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to get into that because like therapy is a whole complicated situation, and yeah, I liked it personally. So that's where I'm at with that. Would I try it again? Absolutely, yes. Yeah, but and this time not in the parking lot. And you know about them therapy sessions, they're gonna ask you about your childhood, so you have to get into that. Um, that was it. Another reason why I even signed up, other than the people pleasing thing, just happened to come that same week when I scheduled the appointment. But really, what I wanted it for, because I needed help to accomplish my goals, like I wanted honest advice on steps that you can take towards actually taking that first, second, and third step. And now I just remembered that. And I need to continue. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, that's where I'm at there. Number two, let's talk about the most recent thing that happened. Your girl started to think about dating again. I haven't made a dating video since Japan, and I don't know why, but when I was on them dating apps in Japan, it didn't feel weird, right? But now that I'm on them, well, I just downloaded it like 2 days ago, and I'm trying not to delete it, but it feels weird. I'm like, what if my coworkers see me, you know what I mean? Like it's not fun. I don't know why it was fun. It seemed, I wouldn't say unserious before, but now it seems like why? You know what I mean? I'm trying to process this at the same time of making the video, but I was scrolling through the apps and I'm not gonna lie, whatever algorithm it has, it was Bumble. I don't like the Bumble algorithm at all. For me, it gives you like the same person in different fonts. I'm not even joking. Had my friend on the phone and she's just like, I must see 10 guys holding a fish. And that's what it is. Like in a beachy area, you're gonna see a lot of people just enjoying fishing and just doing the same activities. So it just feels like you're swiping on the same person. I think they strictly match you according to those very limited um interests that you put when you sign up the account. But that's the only app that I think I'm willing to go on. And what have the results been? Nothing at all. To be honest, I'm probably gonna delete it soon. I imagine meeting someone in the wild. You know what I mean? However, I also don't leave my house. I definitely enjoy my rent on a daily basis, and it dawned on me that I need to go outside and I need to socialize and try new activities. And something about leaving my house, sometimes I'd be like, it's so hard. And now I need to think about that seriously and actually try meeting people, not only for dating purposes, but just friendships in general. I had the most amazing time socializing with my coworkers the other day, and I was like, why wasn't I doing this before? You know what I mean? Like, I can watch these videos on YouTube another day or doom scroll another day, but like these moments that can be remembered, cherished, everything like that doesn't come so often, so I should do more. And you might think, well, duh, but for me, it's hard. It's hard, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's where I'm at there. Another thing that happened, I'm taking all the life update things that has happened out of the bag. We might go back to dating too. Oh, yes. Let's go back to dating. We all love that topic. So I realized also that the thought of dating isn't attractive to me. It's kind of mixed. Like it's like 20% interesting and the 80% I'm like, I have too much going on right now to even think about that. And I need to get my emotional maturity up, because another thing in that therapy session, remember I told you like I was kind of mad that it was working on me. It's just that the thought about being emotional or maybe it's vulnerable, I was like, "Ugh, yuck, stop." Like, you know what I mean? And I think that translates over to dating too. So I think I need to build upon my emotional maturity or just being vulnerable in general and talking about or just being comfortable with emotions before I get into that. Like I literally can't necessarily think about dating somebody. And I also have too much I want to work on myself to even really think seriously about that. Maybe I should delete the app. Oh my goodness, look at all those red flags that I just mentioned. Anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just working, coming home, watching TV, and that's such an anticlimactic update, but that's where I'm at. I should start editing videos because I have so many videos. You probably heard me talk about this a million times. I have so many videos that I can post, but when it comes to taking that first step to actually edit it, or I would reach halfway and I feel like it's not perfect and I just abandon the project. And I need to stop doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because what if? What if? You know what I mean? What if it's a good video? Even though I'd be like, I don't like this anymore. You know what I mean? Somebody else could enjoy it. But yeah, that is where I'm at so far. And that life update took me less time than I thought. Oh, I started wearing my hair in an afro last week, and I don't know why, but I was so scared to wear an afro to work. and I don't know why I was afraid. I've just never really worn my hair out. Yeah, I just find it so cute now. I'm happy about that. I'll be rocking an afro. It works. I really thought it was gonna give me some trouble, like when you wear your hair out, it could shrink, yada yada yada. But surprisingly, she has been behaving, and I like it. Picasso, thank you so much for locking into this very short life update, bestie. Hope to speak with you soon and get you more videos from our new camera. And maybe I wouldn't feel so bad if I said this was our purchase. So, we're sharing this impulsive buy. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Pack a piece of heaven for the bottoms of her feet. Teach her how to jump and how to stretch when she reach.